Welcome to Red Stars Report, a podcast dedicated to bringing you the latest news and commentary on all things Chicago Red Stars. I am your host, LT.
I'm one of your co-hosts, Grant.
And I'm the co-host, Liz.
Finally, we are doing a three-person podcast, three hosts. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so it's nice that we could all get together finally, especially after making Liz an official co-host. And most importantly, it's with a win, and we all get to talk about a win.
Yeah, what is that?
W's in the chat.
All the time.
The Chicago Red Stars beat San Diego Wave 3-0. Shutout. First shutout since the first match of the year. Something that is incredibly important to the confidence of this defense and Alyssa Nair. And it came against a squad that had just fired Casey Stoney as their head coach, didn't know what to expect from them. First match with Alex Morgan after not making the Olympic roster, didn't know what to expect from her. And it just all worked out in the Red Stars' favor. San Diego got Red Stars, as some in the Discord have been saying.
That was
I would like
bad.
to inquire on our record against the Wave really quick.
Our record against the Wave, I think we've only beaten them once.
Yeah.
And now twice.
Okay, now it's twice.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take the second one. I feel like in those other games that we've lost have been very close matches with some sketchy calls. I will never forgive the Aaron Wright handball in the box that that still makes me mad. But anyway, yeah, that it was a game full of everything. Like missed penalty kicks, Alex Morgan. I felt really bad for her actually because of that, but it kept this clean sheet for Alyssa. But yeah, it was a game where we just capitalized on every single chance that we could, it felt like. And they didn't. And we got the W.
I think starting from the back, like Alyssa really had a nice match, which was good. Sweet relief for her to get the clean sheet. Smiling after the match, hugging people after the match. Very unlike her.
She's not a hugger.
She's not a hugger. Now she's a hugger. As she gets later into her career, she has become more of a hugger and more of a smiler, and it's nice to see. But I think it was so important to her confidence, especially leading into the Olympics, to really get like that burden off of her chest with the lack of clean sheets this season.
Yeah, I agree, especially going up against Sheridan, obviously #1 keeper for Canada, and putting 3 goals up. I think it's just that direct competition of keeper versus keeper, and she had some fantastic saves, and I still really love her leadership out of the back, and I really think that she's helping Hannah Anderson a ton.
Guys, to be honest, I didn't think that Anderson was gonna start again. But
Really?
I what do I know? You know what I say on this show? Oh, I used to say I was a 21-year-old. No, I'm a 22-year-old that doesn't know anything, and I leave it all up to Lauren. But, I'm glad that she's getting all these minutes, and to be honest, because we need everyone to have as many minutes as possible as we start to head down to the postseason stretch end of the season. So I'm glad that she's getting all those minutes right now. But
Yeah, I think it's important for a young player like her to be surrounded by veterans, both behind her with Alyssa, and then to her sides with Tatum and Sam and Natalia. I really think it's her position now. There's nothing there's no one coming for that center back. There are no center backs on this squad anymore. It is just Hannah and Sam. Everyone else is just a bunch of outside backs, and Natalia isn't going anywhere. I think the Taylor Malum experiment is over. I think Tatum has solidified her position on the outside, and this is the four that the Red Stars are going to put out there every week now.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad about Maxi Raw a little bit in that scenario because she started off the season kind of rocky and then really found her stride and then kind of was rocky and then got hurt and then lost her spot. And now I don't think she's going to get it back in that role. Who knows if we'll see her elsewhere? Maybe it's a possibility she can be more of a up the field attacking player, but I don't foresee them changing the back line moving forward.
You want to hear a dumb comment?
Go ahead.
You know how he tried Chardonnay as an outside back?
Yes.
Do we think we'll see the center back experiment there too? Just a thought.
No,
Who knows?
I think they'll play Chardonnay anywhere except center back. She's good-ish in spots. She's definitely had good energy off of the bench. And she makes some good plays, but I don't think anyone's moving from this back line anymore. And like you said, Liz, it is unfortunate that Maxi has probably lost her spot, especially like with players like Chardonnay coming in instead of her. But the thing is, like, she wasn't always the best defender, but she had been playing well offensively for them. So maybe in some scenario they stick her on the wing at some point. Who knows?
I wouldn't mind seeing it, to be honest. I just, for curiosity purposes, I kind of just want to see it because she has, for Germany, played more of an attacking role. So it's a possibility that we could see it. I just like the energy she brought and the physicality. So I wouldn't mind seeing her get a chance somewhere at some point. Maybe during the Olympic break, we'll see her.
I think the Red Stars should go shopping for maybe a defender instead, and then we can move Maxi up. Don't have to sign anyone for the wings or like an attacking role. And we just find another defender for the bench. You know, if Anderson or Staub get hurt or something, who knows? That way we have another central defender. But I mean, that's a possibility. It's another wild experiment, of course. I'm here for the wacky takes tonight and tonight only. But
Only tonight.
only tonight.
Hey, I'm all for it
And
all the
every
time.
other episode of this show.
I'm for it. I like experimentation, especially with a player like Maxi. I feel like she fits the mold of somebody that you can do some experimentation with. I was not a fan of it with Chardonnay, but Lauren's gonna Lauren.
Yeah, he makes
Mm-hmm.
interesting personnel decisions, at least with his subs. Obviously, it threw a lot of us off early in the season when Maxi was getting those starts, but she started to prove herself, got injured, and then just hasn't found her way back in. But that's kind of how it's been with a lot of players on a lot of these lines all season. I think that's why the team has been so up and down and has struggled in so many spots, was because there's such a lack of consistency in the playing time and the roles of these players. Even the players that are getting consistent minutes are the ones getting moved around the field, and playing sort of out of position at times. But I think the back line overall, Tatum on the right, defensively was just as good, if not better, than the North Carolina match. Still a terrible passing accuracy by her, which is the trouble that comes with the movement forward on that right side. but I think the back line in this match was solid. Obviously, they got a clean sheet. They let up some chances, but like Tatum had a goal line save again. Hannah Anderson blocked one, and then Alyssa had some great saves.
Yeah, I thought the back line was really, really solid. That handball that was called on Staub, and she got the yellow card. I really hate that kind of yellow card because it was a complete accident, and now she's at 3 yellows. So I'm just like, okay, let's not get any more because it's making me nervous. But it just was unfortunate because I mean, she was just the ball just popped up and hit her in the arm, and it was unnatural. I get it, but is it really worthy of a yellow? Like, just give him the PK and move on. I don't know. I don't like that rule. I'm not a big fan of it, but they didn't score. No harm, no foul, minus the accumulated yellow. But that was really the only thing about Staub that I could say that was bad. But yeah, I thought the back line was really good. I thought Tatum was phenomenal in that game.
I saw that people want a Malazzo goalkeeper kit now because of all the goal line saves that she's made. And honestly, I think here at Red Stars Report, we should start that petition, get the league to create one like they did for Neely Martin. I'm just saying, there's another wacky thing today. We should start a counter at this point.
I'm pretty sure uh, I'm not going to take credit for it, but I'm pretty sure I was the first person to put this into the public. That
I don't know where I saw it. I saw it when I was
I
out. If
saw a
it
lot
was
of
you, then good
people.
job, LT.
I didn't say it
You
this
didn't say
week.
it?
I said it
Oh,
like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And then I saw like multiple people say it this week. So I'll get behind it.
the
I've been there.
originator right here.
I've wanted that. I think it's funny. I don't think it's as uh you know realistic as the Neely Martin one because
Yeah.
she's actually worn a keeper kit. But when you have someone who's made what 4 goal line saves now this season back there, like that's more saves than some keepers in this league have made. So why not give her the kit?
Just right place, right time for her. Just solid play. I love it. I love it. I love it when defenders get or save of the week. It's one of my favorite things because there's a lot of people that get mad and they're like, that should be just for keepers. And I'm like, no, it shouldn't. Defenders can get it too. Anybody can get it. Anybody on the field, if they make a save and it's fantastic, why should that not be save of the week? I don't get the complaints.
I think the complaints have just come with Tatum. I think just her winning it 2 weeks in a row has really made some people who wanted their keeper to get those saves. Uh, they wanted those wins, but Tatum better be on that list. I still have no idea in that match if that was a foul that was called in the box, which wouldn't have made it a save. I still have no idea what the actual outcome of that play was, but the league account posted it as a save. So we'll see if they posted it in the save of the week category as well.
The
And
league
we'll be
also posted
campaigning for that.
well, the league almost also posted that Mao had the goal that they gave to
That's
Gurma,
true.
so
And it
who
was an own
knows?
goal.
Who knows what they're
Yeah.
calling? I still don't agree with it being an own
I
goal, but
also agree, and I will maintain that I don't think that was an own goal, but it was a really good ball in by I can't remember who the offensive player that put it in originally. Was it Jenna?
it might
Yeah, it
have. I
was
think it was
Jenna.
Jenna to Mal. Yeah,
So Jenna plays it in to Mal a little wide in the box. Mal kicks it, deflects off of Gurma, goes right over Sheridan's head. Commentators like, and that'll go out for it's a goal. And I I've seen deflections get counted as goals. I've seen deflections get counted as own goals. I've never fully, you know, dived into the rules of what an own goal is and what it isn't. It's probably subjective to certain extent, but it should have been a goal. Mal should have had a brace. But
Nope.
thank you, Naomi Girma. I love you on the national team. And
Thanks, Naomi. I'm wearing your
when
jersey today.
when you're when you're against the Red Stars and you're helping us score goals, I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, it
I
was an
mean, a
interesting
rules
one.
analyst.
I think it's just very, very subjective. Like whoever the scorekeeper is for the official scorekeeper for the game is the one that just decides it. And I jokingly said in the Discord after it happened, I was like, they're gonna call that an own goal. And I was kidding because I hate deflections that they count like that. And then
Yeah.
they did. And I was like, oh, yep, that's actually an own goal. Just kidding.
I was just waiting for them to change it, and they never did.
Yeah, they have not.
It's
You know how
Who
they
unfortunate.
knows?
do the YouTube videos, like the pro refs or whatever, when they
Mhm.
come out with the YouTube videos at the end of the game week?
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna do it for that goal
That's
or
usually for VAR
oh, it's just
reviews.
VAR?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. So they probably wouldn't do anything like that. They've also been really strange this year about those um VAR reviews from Pro Referee. They like really important, critical, crucial VAR checks in matches they've not been putting in those videos. And it's very weird and very suspicious.
Wonder why.
Are comments turned off too?
That you go look. Yeah, the Red Stars go up 1-0. It's not the first time that they've had a lead and then lost it this season, even as of late, but it was great to at least just have something on the board, something to get excited about. Hopefully, like things played out differently, especially with the way that San Diego has been kind of faltering lately, and then the emotions that kind of come with everything that's happened to them within this week. But then Jameese Joseph gets her first assist of her career, a great little slip ball to Mal, and Mal scores a crossbar down goal. Such a good shot to get it past Sheridan. But my favorite part of that goal had to have been Mal scores, runs to the corner flag with her arms up, turns around, nobody's there celebrating with her. They're all celebrating with Jameese because she just got her first career assist. And then Mal runs over and starts like shaking her, like, oh my God. Like it was awesome. I loved every minute of that celebration.
Yeah, you gotta love the rookie support. You gotta pump those rookies up when they make good plays. And it was a great ball. I really like Jameise. I've said this before. She brings a lot of energy. It might not be the best play on the field, but I like her energy that she brings when she subs in.
Steal the draft. I mean, we said this last time I was on an
Say it
episode,
every
but
week.
steal the draft. I I don't know if I said it on here, but Liz, so she went to NC State, right? So Nebraska hosted NC State, and I actually got to see her play. And I was thinking back to that game, I was like, there was that one player on the field that was a nuisance. And guess who it was? Jameese Joseph. And
That
I'm
doesn't
like,
surprise
damn.
me.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad that she's a Red Star. I am so excited to see her grow on this team. And like you guys said, personality on the field, off the field, just fantastic.
Yeah. That's fun you got to see her play. And here you go. Now she's one of us.
Yeah, right after that assist and then her goal later, like her smile is just like infectious, and you can see how much the team just like absolutely loves her, the way that they celebrated with her. So that was really cool to see. And in that assist, like she got the ball by just bodying the defender off of it, and that was awesome. And then the goal that she scored was from a ball over the top from Jenna. Um, Dahlkemper sort of tries to get a handle on it. Jameese bodies her off of it as well. Does a little skirt around Sheridan, one of the better goalkeepers in the world, and just walks it into goal. Another huge celebration by the team. First goal of her career. It's just the Jameese Joseph day.
Fantastic. Her smile is just she as soon as she scored, just huge smile, and you love to see it. You love to see the rookies do their thing, and she earned it. She was playing hard. She was really getting after it, and everybody was saying in the game that Alex Morgan. This was the game that shows why Alex Morgan wasn't on the Olympic roster. This is also the game why Abby Dahlkemper wasn't on the Olympic roster, because she looked. The Red Stars made her look bad. I don't want to say she looked bad, but they made her look bad. Mal and Jameese and a few other folks really, really got to her, and she looked like she was on skates multiple times, especially on that Jameese play. It was she did that to her and Sheridan, which is insane to think about.
Yeah, one of the biggest things in this match was San Diego's change of tactics, where their new interim head coach has been sort of pushing them to get their outside backs higher up the field. And with such a heavy possession, like, you're going up against the Red Stars, you're going to have a ton of possession. So moving your outside backs up is not the worst idea in the world. But Germa could not do everything, and Dahlkemper was not helping her in the least. And like, Germa did everything she could to at least try to get back to any of these goals, but she just it wasn't enough. Right after that own goal, the other two goals, like, she could not get there to help Dahlkemper do anything.
Speaking of the Olympics, I just want to bring up quickly that I think it's really weird that Team USA has no alternate defender, and that should have been Sam Staub. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be quiet now.
I
Liz
think
is
that's a
our
fair assessment.
Yeah, Liz is our USA expert. Good.
Yeah, I can just give my little blurb of opinion on this. Supposedly the thought process is that you've got Crystal Dunn and Emily Sonnet that can drop back and play multiple defensive positions, as well as Casey Kruger can drop back and play center back, and Sonnet obviously as well. But why wouldn't you bring Sam Stab? Why do you need two extra midfielders in your alternate? I don't get it. Also, Lynn Williams, don't get that one either. I have a lot of opinions on it, but I agree. Sam Stab should have been an alternate.
I think it doesn't entirely change much unless something actually happens, I guess. Because the alternates aren't gonna, like, they don't win medals. Maybe
Which is also garbage.
right. Maybe the experience would have been good for Sam. But I think maybe just, devil's advocate, just it's maybe probably a good thing that if she was going to be an alternate, it's probably better that she's here establishing more time, more minutes with such a young Red Stars team in matches that don't have such a, crucial meaning to overall league play. Here coming up with that tournament, that maybe her getting minutes with a lot of the other younger players while Mal and Alyssa are gone will be good for her in the future of her domestic career, which can lead to her actually making a roster, not as an alternate for the US.
Spoken like somebody that's club over country.
Listen. Listen. I am a big fan of the US women's national team. And by a big fan of the US women's national team, I mean I'm a big fan of Alyssa Nair and Mal Swanson. And if those two aren't there, I'm just a casual viewer. I like the team. Um, but I'm there for them. That's why I'm there. I'm there for them. And Liz, obviously you're, you know, very heavily involved in the US soccer world. But I'll hold things down domestically here, and then
It's
and then you
I
can
just wanted
handle the
her
US.
I just wanted Staub to get the recognition. That was where I was at. I thought that she just to get that recognition as the alternate, and you never know, things can happen, but it I don't know. I thought, and I was like, maybe they will decide very midnight hour to extend the team and then everybody would be an Olympian. I doubt they're going to do that, but it could happen. They do stupid crap all the time like that. But I do get what you're saying. But I really think that I didn't understand the alternate selections, but I'm just sad for Sam because I thought that I was very much in the camp that she was going to be an alternate. And a lot of people I've talked to were also of that same opinion. And so it's kind of a surprise. I know there were a lot of surprises on the roster itself, but that to me was one of them because I think I hope it doesn't come back to bite them.
You see what your little comment did, Grant?
I know you got
Is
me all fired up.
we've got Liz all fired up about the US women's national team.
I have been ranting about this since Wednesday. Like I have been ranting. So Wednesday was my birthday, and I seriously was
Happy
out
birthday.
to lunch with my. Thank you. I was out to lunch with my parents, and the entire time I would just sit there and I'd be like, I can't believe they left Alex off. Why is Sam Staub not an alternate? Like just randomly, like in the middle of conversation doing this. So I've been doing this for a while, so I could let it go.
Yeah, on this podcast, I'll sit here and I'll advocate for Sam to stay home and stay with us and get some good minutes. I'll go on your podcast and I'll say that she should have been on the full team and starting for the U.S. women's national team.
Please do. We can all go on mine and then we can rant about how these things played out.
I mean, I'll say my hot take is I think Alex Morgan should have been left off. I know people were like, I know. I'm gonna say it on here. I'll speak my truth. Other people have their own truth. I was telling my cousin, I was like, listen, if we're gonna take all these young forwards to the Olympics, let's take all the young forwards to the Olympics. I don't think we need Alex Morgan necessarily.
We don't need a 9.
A young Crystal Dunn. A nice.
It's going to be 32 years old at the time of the Olympics. Her birthday is on July 3rd.
I'm excluding Crystal Dunn from this.
That's where I'm mad
she's
about.
Not a forward.
She's not a forward. She hasn't played one. That's what that makes me super grumpy is that because Alex should be in that spot and we don't have a freaking 9. Like nobody plays the actual 9. None of them are 9s and nobody's tall. Our front line is so short. It's so bad.
Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens.
See, I'm getting all fired up again.
Welcome to the Hydration Break podcast.
Welcome.
We'll clip that and put it in your next episode.
Yes,
2 shows in one.
We probably should. But do you know what I would really like to talking about the Red Stars game?
Yeah.
The midfield and the positive from the midfield, which is B. Franklin and what she brings to the table because she brings so much energy. And I've said this before, it's not like always the best outcome, but the energy that she brings is fantastic. Kind of the same thing with Jameese. And I feel like in the game against San Diego, she was winning so many aerial duels and she is just not afraid to throw her head wherever, and she connects with the ball so often. I don't mean that in a bad way. That was not a shot at what happened for the Kansas City game. And that I could rant about that for a second too. That was the ref's fault because the ref should have blown the whistle before that happened, which has happened. And didn't somebody get hit in the head in this game? Was it Staub? They got hit in the head and they let the ball. Yeah, she got hit in the head. Same thing. Like got hit in the head. They let the play go on for like 10 more seconds. And then San Diego was going to shoot. And then the ref decided to blow the whistle. And we're like, oh, hey, head injury.
Yeah, they didn't whistle it until the ball was like
doing?
halfway to Alyssa after a shot. And it was like, really? Like, Sam's like doubled over, holding
her
her
face.
head. Yeah. And the
Yeah.
ref's just like, well, we'll see if they shoot it. Oh, they're about to shoot it now. Blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what is
weird.
this?
And
Indecisive.
I believe that Vanessa would not have gotten hurt if they would have blown the whistle sooner on that. And I stand by that. I don't think that B intentionally would injure anybody, but back to the positives of that. I just think that she brings a really good aerial ability in the midfield, and I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think um the height of this club keeps growing with certain starters that we keep throwing in there. Like we threw Hannah Anderson in there for the last several matches. She's like 5'9", 5'10", somewhere around there. And then B got a start prior or in that Kansas City match, and then the suspension for North Carolina, comes back, gets another start for the San Diego match. She's also like 5'9", 5'10". Like we don't have that kind of height past our back line. And she sort of slid into the right defensive midfield role, and that moved Leilani Nesbith to Ali Schlegel's normal position in the 4-4-2. What is it? 4-2-3-1, 4-3. I don't know what I don't know what position that was. It was like a 4-2-3-1, I think, is what we were playing this match, which was different than the last several matches. But she moved into Allie's normal role, and she's not the tallest player in the world, and neither is Carrie. Carrie's obviously a little above average, but yeah, B, pretty good in the air. Didn't win all the duels, but certainly got her chances and made the most of them. Uh, Not the best match passing, but you can see like the certain areas that she's growing in, and obviously Lauren believes in her enough that she got a start and then got suspended, and now she's starting again. Um, and I think that's just going to help her confidence even more if she gets another start or just more minutes in the following match this weekend.
You know what I want to say because you brought up height again.
Go, go ahead.
Height FC
I'd
or no
FC.
height. Are we no height FC or are we height FC? Because you're like teetering.
We are getting closer to height FC.
Okay.
If Maxi Rawl got back in the starting lineup, height FC.
Okay.
When Allie comes back from her illness, height FC. Uh, but a lot of our bench players are rather small, and it's noticeable at times. Leilani does do a good job in the air for someone who is her height, which is nice. And she got a little bit more opportunity to do that playing in this attacking midfield position, but because she's so naturally inclined to that defensive midfield role, you could see her uh, pushing back a little too much. But that's natural when you're playing out of position. You just want to naturally sort of fall into where you're used to playing.
I need the vertical stats ASAP. Just see, get everyone's numbers and be like, how high can you jump? Because
I
then
what was that match that we just had where Sam hit that header? I don't remember who that was against. My brain is all over the place. But
Kansas City.
was it Kansas City? Yeah. Uh, Shea Groom almost getting to that ball with, like, I know her nickname is Air Groom, but I have never seen the stats for her vertical, and someone needs to get it immediately, because the fact that she almost got to that ball at her height and it just like grazed over the top of her head and then made it to Sam Staub for a goal is is insane. Good thing she didn't get the ball to her head because that just would have deflected way out of the way, and then we wouldn't have tied it. But good effort by Shea Groom, and then watching her celebrate on the sideline for Jameese was hilarious in this match. All those photos that they posted of her jumping incredibly high in the air or screaming at the top of her lungs, and then her posting them and saying that she's really proud of her children. That's pretty good.
That's funny.
It's good stuff. Yeah, it was fun. I think the best part of the win was the fact that nobody expected Chicago to win this game. I think that everybody assumed that San Diego was going to come out and they were going to, because of Stoney, because of Alex, because of whatever, they were going to come out and just destroy. And that's absolutely not what happened. It was, I mean, 3-0. That's not just a win. That's a pretty, I don't want to say dominant, because they didn't dominate a lot of facets of the game minus the scoreline, but that's the only part that matters. So I'm going to say they dominated the scoreline.
Statement win. We can say that.
It was certainly. They've been struggling. They've still struggled in this match, as we mentioned earlier. I don't know if we mentioned the possession, but it was 31% possession. They're not a possession-oriented team. Lauren has said this. Lauren has said that they play better this way. I don't know if that's entirely true, but they won. So it's good. I'm still not, like we said last week, Liz, I'm not gonna come on here and say, they won 3-0 and now they're a fantastic team and they're just gonna ride everything to victory. But hopefully they'll at least grow on what worked in this. What did work was Jimmy's pressing and winning balls. That's what really worked. And then if everything works out, we'll see what they do against Houston. The Dash are not the best team right now, and I don't want to get too overconfident because, like Liz just said, we're not expected to win this match. We did have a conversation prior to this about whether or not you were going to make it to this episode. And I was like, well, that means they're probably going to win because you're not going to make it on here. And then here you are with a win. So let's just keep that rolling.
Yeah. I just want to say to Lauren, you say that this is us performing the best. This is how we perform best, is the non-possession. Can I just see the other side just for fun? Can I see us try to possess and then make my decision?
It's
He's not gonna see this.
No.
He'll be like, actually, no.
I don't know if
I just want to see it for fun.
I don't know if he's ever gone on record and said we possess without the ball better, but he certainly has stated that this team's goal is not, let's win the possession battle. So the counter with Mal is good. The counter with Jameese is obviously good. It's been good with Penelope when she's healthy. But everything else, the rest of this aspect of the team with the midfield having to play so much defense, the back line constantly being attacked over and over and over again, conceding not a ton of goals, but enough goals to continue to lose when the offense doesn't score. It's something has to change in some way. And he's said it before. Lauren has said it in those press conferences that they do need to get better at going forward. Like, they don't need to keep and hold the ball, but they most certainly need to move it forward when they do have the possession. And it's something that they've struggled with. The team across the board is still terrible at passing out of the press. And us just building up or trying to build out of the back from Alyssa onward is not working. And we will find out if anything changes in this Houston match. I mean, I hope they win. It's Houston's not playing very well, so it'll be interesting to watch and see what we come out with, and who we come out with for the
Who's healthy?
And who's healthy, who's actually performing to what Lorne wants.
Yeah.
You know, if we lose, at least we can walk away with a limited edition Red Stars lunchbox because it is a kid's day.
Oh yeah, that's the noon kickoff, isn't it, or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I have to drive there for a noon kickoff.
He's pumped because he
I'm
gets to
very
hang out
pumped.
with me.
I'm going
That's
as a
why.
fan this match. I am not going as press. I'm going to hang out with Grant in the crowd. If anyone catches us, we will be wearing our Red Stars Report hats. So we'll be a little bit more standout other than
We're official.
a little bit more official, instead of, trying to seek out I don't know. Our height difference is very noticeable.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is.
I'd FC.
Hey, FC.
No hide FC
No, I'd
right here.
FC. Oh yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
Um,
that'll be an interesting game.
yeah. So at the end of this match, at the end of every match, as I usually do, I'll post in the Discord a poll to find out who the player of the match is. The poll ended with Mal and Jameese finishing with one vote between them. I retracted my vote so they could
I forgot to
tie.
vote.
Happy for
Well,
Mal.
there were some people that asked to vote later, and it all became a thing. I gave them co-player of the match. I said I was a kind ruler, and I gave them co-players. I said that I've said week after week where people beg to vote for multiple people. I say no, just vote for one, pick one. But multiple people won this week. Congratulations to Mal and Jameese. They both had a hell of a match overall, helping each other in every way that they could. They connected well with each other, and that's what those celebrations were all about, was Jameese and her accomplishments as a rookie. And why do we need to run to Mal because she scored a million of these goals? We might as well run to the rookie with getting her first assist. It was good to see. But yeah, they won co-players of the match. We'll continue to do that. Just join the Discord, and you can vote in the polls. You get one vote. Every match you get one vote. There's plenty of other polls that we have going on in the Discord that are quite fun, but overall, for the players of the match, you get one vote. This might be the only time that I do co-players of the match, unless people actually tie.
I think I would have voted for Joseph if I would have voted. I forgot. That was my fault. But
I
yeah.
voted for Mal.
See,
I did as well.
I told you that I wanted to vote for Germa, but you would not add Germa to the list.
It very well, she probably would have won it, and I don't want to make a post like that. I originally was going to vote for Jameese, and I switched my vote to Mal because she consistently keeps having these good matches and these like player of the match worthy matches. And we all just hyper focus on the defenders because the Discord loves the defenders.
It saves.
I love the defenders, and they love the saves, the goal line saves as well from the defenders. They love Alyssa. Not that they don't love our forwards when they score goals, but it's uh it's a defender heavy favoritism feeling over on the Discord. But the battle was between two forwards, and I think Mal has undeservedly lost so many of these this time that I was like, I need to at least push one vote to get her there. And she technically did win, but I removed mine so Jameese could win as well, because I really, if I gave myself two votes, they would have tied.
I bet Mal would appreciate your decision.
I don't think she cares.
No, I'm just saying the way that they went and celebrated Joseph. Like I feel like
Oh, sure.
celebrate the rookie. That's that we're at that level. I'm curious to see what they do in the Olympic break. This is probably looking too far ahead, but
No, go ahead.
With Mal not being there and Alyssa, you know, we do play this kind of direct, sometimes play to Mal, have a run out of the ball, that sort of thing. Without Mal being there, I'm curious if Lauren's going to change his tactics and what they will be. So that's kind of where my mind has kind of drawn to, because he wants to he wants us to possess a little bit more and play more offensively, but I'm curious without Mal what that will look like and who's going to take her spot in that kind of role. Will it be Joseph? Will it be Hawking?
I think, like, first of all, obviously Mackenzie Wood is going to replace Alyssa during this time. Mackenzie Wood, I thought, played really well in those two matches that she filled in for Alyssa while she was injured. So that'll be good. Uh, Whether or not we play certain formations, I think it'll depend on who the personnel are, because the last two matches we had been playing in that 4-4-2 that they sort of just developed, with Sarah Griffith playing on the left and Mal and Penelope playing centrally. And then this match, they moved back to the way they've been playing the rest of the season in that 4-2-3-1, with Mal back out wide. Penelope was playing the central forward position. And then when Penelope subbed out at halftime, they moved Mal over there, and put Jameese on the left side. So without Mal, I think naturally in that formation, Jameese probably just slides right back to that left wing spot, and Penelope stays in the middle. I don't know who plays on the right side. It was Jenna this match. It's been other players in other matches. We'll we need to find out what's up with Ali Schlegel. She's was out with an illness, came back, didn't play too many minutes in the last match, came out again, and then wasn't available for this one. Lauren said that the medical staff doesn't necessarily know how to get her back healthy quite yet. So we need to find out what her position is moving forward with this season. And everyone else, I think, is just kind of like a crapshoot with, I don't know who's gonna be there. It's been so back and forth all season that there's no predicting who Lauren is going to throw out there with his star forward gone.
Please play Julia. Please play Julia. Please, please, please.
she didn't even make the trip this time. They didn't even bring her to San Diego. And that annoys me.
The shame.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Last,
I don't know why that is.
last year, the contract, excellent player, in and out of Brazil's team. I don't get it. I don't get it. Even if she doesn't fit exactly what Lauren's looking for, she is a heck of a player when it comes to set pieces and the passing, which is where we're struggling. I don't get it. I don't know. I ran about this, I feel like, every episode.
I feel like Grant and I are usually ranting about Julia as well. Julia or Jenna, we're always on those trains as we've discussed before.
Especially about the
doesn't make
set
sense.
pieces.
Yes.
The set pieces.
Here we
Which
go,
we
LT.
still get none of them. Sam took a good free kick that turned into a okay free kick after the ref didn't blow the whistle for her to take the first one that went off the bar. So that was nice to see her use her right outside of the box strength on her left foot to try to get a goal past Sheridan, but that didn't work out. I think we had one corner, two corners, something like that. So the only way, if Julia was out there, that she's going to be taking these set pieces is if we actually get them, but we're not getting them.
Staub's face was hilarious when the ref was like, "No, that kick didn't count," because she was like, what,
She's like,
what?" And then yeah,
what's the delay? Why are we not going?
I actually would have
Ridiculous.
rathered somebody else take the second kick because her first kick was really good. I wanted Mal to step up and take the second one just because, like, two in a row, I didn't like it. I was like, oh, have somebody, and it's fine. I mean, if she would have scored, I wouldn't have been mad about it. But in my like brain, I'm like, okay, you already did it once. You're probably in your head now, so somebody else should take it. But that's just a minor gripe on my part.
Yeah, she put it in the same spot again. So
Yeah.
it was a little higher than the first one, but maybe her running over the ball and Mal taking it after her maybe would have I don't know. They won 3-0. Who
Yeah,
cares?
I'm making minor complaints here. Just ignore me.
So it could have been 4-0. Why are we arguing?
It could have been Hawking could have had one too.
That's
On
true. She
on a
really
play
should have
that
had that
was,
one.
yeah, it was there. She just yanked it wide.
We'll get them all back against Houston. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll score.
We got to score on Jane. That's gonna be the problem. Is Jane is just a brick wall this season.
That's true. That's true. I didn't think about that.
And
We
Paige
did it against
Nielsen.
Sheridan.
This is true.
It's true. San Diego has not been giving up too many goals this season. They haven't been scoring too many goals this season, but they certainly haven't been. They've certainly been stopping a lot of them as well because obviously Sheridan's in goal. But yeah, Jane Campbell's on another level right now. Houston is still struggling as a team overall, but yeah, Campbell's just. I mean, she won goalkeeper of the year last season. If she keeps this up, she'll probably win it again this season.
I'll listen there. Tatum Malasso.
Tatumn Malasso, goalkeeper of the year. Hey, at some point she's gonna have the most save of the weeks in a season by a keeper or by a non-keeper. She probably already does. I don't know. It's very possible.
Oh man.
I looked up that save of the week like through the years one time and counted, and Ashlyn Harris has like 1 million. And I mean, for obvious reasons that aren't because of her play. But I mean, Tatum's got to be like getting into the top 10 by now or something. I'm sure already has two. Not
I
many
bet
keepers get
so.
save of the week.
Yeah, fan votes kind of suck.
Yeah,
But
now that they've been splitting it between Twitter and Instagram too, that's been a nightmare. because I
That's
think
why.
Alyssa won Save of the Week last week on Twitter, but lost it by a lot on Instagram. So
Oh,
that was unfortunate because they
I
add them
always
up together.
I always forget to vote. I'm so bad about it.
I vote on both of my accounts.
I'm
We
so
campaign.
I should. I can vote on both of mine. I just forget. I'm so bad about it, and I never look at Instagram.
I'll keep you apprised, and
Yeah, just send me alerts and be like, do this, and I'll be like, okay.
I'll just keep
In
sending
all
you the links.
caps.
Yeah, just do this. Just do this.
Hey, I tweet it in all caps. Do you follow Red Stars report list?
Yeah, I have notifications on for it. Yes, I absolutely do. I am so oblivious sometimes to things. It's okay though.
But yeah, if
Okay.
Tatum's not on Save of the Week this week, we riot. We'll
Oh
find.
yeah. We'll have signs galore at the game.
Yeah,
Oh
I can't
yeah.
think of a lot that would be above that or like possibilities. So
If Alyssa's on there too and they split it like they did that one week, oh, when Tatum almost got a third and then they split the vote with her and Alyssa, the hell? What's
they
that
should do
about?
a they should do a combo and it should just be Red Stars Save of the Week, Milazzo Nair, and just
Yeah.
let the people vote.
Yeah, and then they'll add that to the Save of the Week. I like
Yes.
that. That's a
Yes.
good call.
Yeah. Because you can't make fans decide against like their teammate. Like that's not fair. It's crappy.
That's why they lose. Why they lose, they split
Yeah.
the vote.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be I'll be curious to see how they play that out. But Tatum just beast mode that game.
Yeah.
Probably the maybe best I've seen her play this season. It's up there if it's not the best. She's had some
Yeah.
pretty good games so far.
It was either that or the North Carolina match. She played incredibly well in that North Carolina match. Really looking like her 2021 self again, which is nice to see.
Yeah, Kuika had a bounce back game too. She kind of had a little bit of a clunker against North Carolina, and I felt like she bounced back big time in this game.
The
Yeah,
thing on the Discord, the Tatum tantrum, is that what we say here?
that is a Jules thing. The Jules started that Tatum tantrum. I love it. I've been saying it for as long as Jules has been saying it. It's good. I hope it catches on eventually.
Gonna try right now. Everyone, now you gotta use it.
Yeah. I remember when Jules was coming up with that too, because it was what can we go with T? And then somebody said tantrum, and there it was.
You got it. You nailed it.
Shout out Jules.
Shout out Jules. Jules is
Oh, yeah.
awesome. A great member of the Red Stars Report community. As are tons of our members. We have such an awesome community, and I'm always really happy about that every single day because this is my life.
And this is where you do the Discord ad read. Make sure you join Red Stars Report on Discord.
I mean, I could just end the show and then I could do the full scripted read.
All right, now we all sit and watch LT
We are getting
read
about
a
that
script.
time. We've pretty much covered everything that I think we've planned out to cover. I didn't rewatch the match or take any notes because I was getting in the post-match chat, I was getting some words thrown at me about my taking notes and my rewatching of the match and
Who did that?
Liz was talking about how perfect they are about all the stuff they get to discuss offhand, and I was like, you know what? I'll discuss everything offhand this week. No notes, no rewatching the match. I'm sure I missed something important, and I'll kick myself for it later on. But with that, I will end this week's episode. And you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Make sure that you are subscribed to us on all those platforms and know when our episode goes up by hitting the bell. Make sure that you are following us at Red Stars Report on all of our social media channels to keep up with the latest news between the episodes. as Grant mentioned, don't forget to join our Discord with the link in the description. It's a fantastic community. The Olympics are coming up. I'm going to start adding Olympic channels to those so we can discuss all the different Olympic events that are going on, and that'll be that'll be quite an active community, I think. But the next time you see us, we'll be recapping that Houston match as the Red Stars are back at home after a 3-week road trip. Grant and I will be at that match and hanging out with the crowd, so that'll be fun. But with that, we'll see you next week for another Red Stars report.